Evening and welcome to the 64th Annual Revere High School Athletic Awards. This will be our second consecutive year we will present our awards virtually. Hopefully it will be our last. As you have heard plenty of times by now, this year was unlike any other that we have been through in our lifetimes. It was a long and unusual 12 months without high school sports at Revere High. Thankfully, due to the persistence on the part of students, parents, administrators, our superintendent, mayor, and medical health personnel, we somehow were able to afford all our student athletes an opportunity to participate in the sports and activities that they love. We realized that things were not perfect. We squeezed 10 months of sports into 4. Their seasons were shortened. Playoffs happened for some, didn't happen for others, and rosters were limited. We changed on the fly. We had new rules, protocols, and regulations, and many cancellations. Through it all, our students and our teams still captured 2 GBL championships and a state championship in cheering, and will compete. Our track athletes are competing today for hopefully a 3rd GBL championship. Through all of this, our student athletes never complained. They wore masks, they took COVID tests, they had no playoffs, played shortened seasons without complaint. Our kids just wanted to play, continue their friendships, and persevere through the most challenging of times. I'd like to commend all of our athletes, coaches, parents, and administrators for giving us the chance to do what we all love to do. Somehow we made it, and we're excited to be able to recognize the accomplishments of our athletes tonight. That being said, I'm honored once again to present these awards. Our first award of the evening is the Stephen Hamilton Memorial Award. This award is in memory of Stephen Hamilton, RHS class of 1971. During his athletic career at Revere High School, Stephen ran with a confidence and infectious refuse-to-lose attitude. Stephen instilled his competitive spirit and team-first philosophy into his teammates, making those around him better athletes and competitors. This is the standard of excellence that Stephen possessed as a cross-country track athlete during his tenure at Revere High from 1968 to 1971. This award is sponsored by Dr. Cindy Evans, former principal of the Romney Marsh Academy. The recipient of tonight's award is Rayan Razi, and if we can have a few words from his coach.
Thanks, Franks. Ryan has been on my team for the past 4 years now. He was a captain this year, but he's been acting like he was a leader since sophomore year, which is great for me. He's kind of like an assistant coach to me, for the track team for boys and girls, actually. And he's been a great kid, a huge help for us all, and I'll wish him all the best of success in the future.
Thank you, Coach. Our second award tonight is the Leonard Randall Memorial Award. This award is given to a student athlete who is attending a 2 or 4 year college, majoring in education or law enforcement. This award is sponsored by Revere Public Schools teacher Melissa Randall and her daughter Danny Hope Randall. The recipient of tonight's award is Isabella Cuatas, and Coach Willis will say a few words on her behalf.
Yes, Isabella is very deserving of this award. Isabella showed up every single day. She never missed one practice. And even though she may not have been the player who got the most time on the court, she was the best teammate that you could wish to have, always supporting her fellow teammates and especially her younger teammates. And she's going to do wonderful things to represent this award down the road. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Our next award is the James Jimmy Weber Character Award. This award is presented to a hockey player that displayed outstanding character and the willingness to put his team first. The award is sponsored by Dan Doherty, the Weber family, and Coach Joe Ciccarello. The recipient of tonight's award is Matt Donalfo. If we can have Coach Ciccarello say a few words.
Yes, thanks, Frank. Matt has been with us on the team for all 4 of his career years. He's been a really good kid. He's been working really hard. He never really complains. But what really set him apart this year was we had a disabled kid on our team. And immediately Matt was the one to attend to him, making sure the kid always had communication and really made him feel welcome. His father made note of it. And it's an honor to give him that award. And I'm sure the Weber family would know that, with such character, display of character, he'll hold the award highly. Thank you.
Our next award is the Captain George Hurley Memorial Awards. Captain Hurley was the former Revere police chief. He was an avid golfer and basketball player. Tonight's awards go to members of the golf team and the boys basketball team. The recipients of this award for golf is Joseph Palladoro.
I can say a few words about Joe. Joe, first and foremost, epitomizes the characteristics of true leadership. He's a model to all of his teammates. I've had the pleasure of teaching Joe back in the 7th grade, coaching him a little bit in hockey, and then coaching him all 4 years in golf as well. And I am truly fortunate to have had that experience with Joe. He exemplifies all the values that we hope to instill in our student athletes, and I'm really proud of him for being the Hurley Award winner this year.
Thank you, Coach. And the winner of the Hurley Award in basketball is Stephen Leone. And unfortunately, Coach Leary is not available at this time, but I can't say anybody who knows Stephen and has either taught him or seen the way he reacts in the hallways of Revere High School knows what a fine young man and young athlete Stephen is. So we congratulate Stephen as well. Our next award is in memory of longtime Revere High School sports supporter Mickey Casoli, who was always a big promoter of this award ceremony and especially our cheerleaders. The recipient of tonight's award is Emily Childs. In the words of Emily's coach, Emily is one of the most talented athletes to come through our program. We are so grateful for her leadership as a captain this year and the work she's put forth each year to contribute to our success as a program. Emily just earned her 2nd state championship with us, and we are wishing her all the best as she attends Salem State in the fall. Our next award is the George Keneally Memorial Award. Mr. Keneally was a former legendary head football coach at Revere High School. He expected each of his players to be outstanding on the field and, more importantly, in the classroom. The recipient of tonight's award is Adeteyo Adetebi, and we'll hear a few words from his coach.
Yes, so Adetebi, captain, 2-year starter. He had over 565 yards rushing the football, had 5 touchdowns in a very short season. Wow, those are big numbers. And basically, any time that we needed to get a first down or if it was something in the 4th quarter during crunch time, we gave Adeteyo the football. Great leader in the classroom and great leader on the field. Congratulations, Adeteyo.
Thank you, Coach. Our next award is the Herb Kelly Outstanding Lineman Award. Herb Kelly was an outstanding offensive lineman who played at Revere High School. He played the game with heart and determination. The winner of this award should mirror the effort put out by Mr. Kelly during every game. The recipient of tonight's award is Ala Atui, and again, we'll hear from his coach.
Ala, so 3-year starter for me. Probably one of the harder workers I've seen in a long time in the weight room, and it showed off. Was a starter on both sides of the football and ferocious on defense, but it was on offense when we needed to make big plays. We ran the ball behind Ala. There was no secret. He was our pulling guard, and we were following him wherever he went. So greatly missed, had a great career at Revere High School. And again, another leader, obviously, in the classroom and on the field. Ala, congratulations.
Our next award is the Vanessa Adagna Memorial Award. Vanessa was an outstanding athlete who excelled in softball. This award is sponsored by Maria Adagna and Coach Joe Ciccarello. The recipient of the award is Erica Anderson.
Hi, thanks, Frank. Yes, having to know the Dagners very well gives me great pleasure to give this award out. Such a great Revere family, large contributions to the softball community and the community at large. Vanessa was such a bubbly girl, such a full of life, and so wasn't Tony. So I can think of no better recipient that represents those characteristics and traits than Erica Anderson. She carried herself around with always this bubbly, friendly attitude around the team, making sure everybody felt a part of it and having a good time doing what they were doing. And, you know, we're going to miss that smile, much like we miss Vanessa's smile and Tony's smile every single day. Thank you.
Our next award is the Dr. Aurelius P. Matera Award. Dr. Matera was a longtime educator and administrator in Revere. He taught at the Lincoln School, was a director at the high school, and was the first assistant superintendent for Revere Public Schools. This award is presented to an athlete who is interested in literature and/or fine arts. The award is sponsored by the Matera family. The recipient of tonight's award is Alexandra Burke.
Hi, thank you. Alex has been a member of the team for all 4 years and a captain for the last 2. She has always put the team first. I've thought of her as kind of the heart of our team. Whatever the team needed, she did, from organizing bake sales to swimming the events nobody else wants to get us those last few points we need. Alex was always there for us, and we could always count on her, and I'm going to miss her greatly. It's an honor to present her with the Matera Award. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Next award is the Edward Leyden Basketball Award. Mr. Leyden was a math teacher and girls basketball coach in the 80s at Revere High School. This award is presented by our girls varsity basketball coach, Matt Willis. The recipient of this year's award is Alana Nelson.
Thank you. Alana is very deserving of this award for all that she brought the team, both on the court and off the court this season. In what was certainly a different type of season, we knew right away we would need kids to, especially the seniors, show right away not only the effort we wanted, but also the safety protocols that we wanted and we needed to make the season successful. And Alana not only was always showing how to do things the right way on the court with her effort, her teamwork, her team camaraderie, but also making sure that everybody was doing all the right things safety-wise to have a successful season. And right away in the first game, she scored 24 points for us and set the tone right away that even though this was a different type of year, we were going to take it seriously. We were going to work our hardest, and the younger players and the older players as well all followed her lead. So Alana was a huge part of our program. She'll be missed, but she certainly left a wonderful impression on the younger players.
Thank you, Coach. Our next award is the Walter E. Ty Jr. Memorial Award. This award is sponsored by school committee person Carol Ty. The recipient of tonight's award is Rakid Kashaj. And if I can have Coach Hill say a few words.
Thank you. Rakid has been an awesome swimmer for us. He's been a 4-year member of the team, captain for the last 2, all varsity. He has scored tons of points for us. The thing that really stands out for me is over the last few years, we've talked a lot about grit and resiliency, overcoming obstacles, and Rakid epitomizes those things. He never let a disappointing race or performance get him down. He always came back stronger and harder. He always wanted to be better. He wanted a better season, a better meet, a better race. And that's what makes him such a great leader for us and such a great competitor and an amazing young man. And I am very honored to present him with the Walter Ty Award. And it has been an absolute privilege of mine to coach him for these last few years. Thank you.
Our next award is the RHS Outstanding Boys Soccer Player Award. Unfortunately, Dr. Lopes is not with us to present this award to one of his best players, Diego Salcedo, I will say that Diego also had the privilege of making the Eastern Mass All-Star team this year and was a huge part of the boys soccer team's success in capturing the GBL Cup earlier in the year. So congratulations, Diego. Our next award is our Outstanding Girls Soccer Player Award. This will be presented by Coach Megan O'Donnell. The recipient of this award is Jackie Zapata.
Jackie Zapata is one of the players who every coach wants to coach. Jackie gives everything she has 110% all year long, every game. It never quits. And I can say she was the heart and soul of our team for the last 4 years, and she'll be greatly missed. And she's off to doing better and bigger things. Thanks, Jackie.
Our next award is the Marvin Glazier Memorial Award. Mr. Glazier was a former RHS chemistry teacher who followed all track events. This award is presented to a top scholar athlete with a strong science background. He or she must possess fair play and a love of competition in all that they do. Tonight's award will be presented by our track coach, Sam Ross. The recipient of tonight's award is Yofi Eck.
Thanks, Frank. Yofi has been on my team for the past 4 years as well. He started off mainly as a JV and has been JV for over the years until coming to his own junior year. And he's grown into being one of the best throwers in the league this year. And hopefully he wins the title today at the league meet. Thank you.
Our next award is the Jake Collins Memorial Award. Jake Collins was a former cross-country, indoor and outdoor track coach at Revere High School. This award is presented to a track athlete whose desire has shown through all of their efforts. Again, I'm going to ask Coach Sam Ross to present this award to this year's recipient, Cameron Ventura.
Thanks again, Frank. Cam has been one of the best athletes in our school. He's actually one of the best athletes in the state. He's one of the best hurlers in the state. He's one of the best jumpers, long jumper, triple jumper, high jumper. He's very versatile. He's been a captain of the past year. He is more than likely going to be nominated and voted on as league MVP after we have our end of the season coaches meeting this year. He's definitely the MVP for Revere, that's for sure. Can't say enough about Cam. Wish him luck next year, wherever he may go.
At this time, I'd also like to recognize the following 4 athletes who received scholarships from the Revere Fitness Challenge and 5K road race. Once again, unfortunately, we were not able to have the road race, but the road race committee did honor 4 student athletes with a scholarship, which for the second year in a row without a race was a pretty noble thing to do. So I'm just going to announce the 4 recipients of these scholarships were Emmanuel Alvarado, Dylan Day, Salil Young, and Yofi Eck. Congratulations. Our next award is the Frank A. Eidenberg Golf Award. This award goes to a top scholar who excelled on the golf course for the RHS golf team. The award is presented by our golf coach, Brandon Pizzuto, and the recipient of this year's award is Stephen Leone.
Thank you, Frank. From the moment I met Stephen, he's always eager to learn. He led our team with charismatic leadership. Just a great kid, as you mentioned earlier, to be around. Really made it a joy each day to go to practice or to go to a match. It was always something different with Stephen. He's always joking around, but when it was time to work hard, he really worked hard and committed to golf. And in the end, I know that he'll enjoy the game for years to come. And that's really our true goal as a program for these student athletes to enjoy a game for the rest of their lives. So Stephen definitely is deserving of the Eidenberg Award. And I look forward to seeing all the great things he'll do moving forward.
Thank you, Coach. Our next award is the Joe Pip Julia Memorial Award. Pip Julia was a true RHS fan for all sports. He could be seen at almost every home sporting event through the years. He had 4 daughters, 3 of them 4-year cheerleaders at Revere High School. This award, the recipient of this award this year is Zach Chabani. And once again, in the absence of our coach, Ms. Falzerano, she left these words for Zach. Zach has been an enormous part of our team and success. He's now a two-time state champion and a captain during this strange year. He really showed strength and leadership, and we're wishing him all the best at Syracuse in the fall. Our next award is the Richard Dickey Fox Memorial Award. Mr. Fox was an outstanding football running back at Revere High School who died unexpectedly. This award is presented to a football player who displayed the qualities of athletic courage and academic fortitude. Tonight's award is presented by head football coach Lou Ciccatelli. The recipient is Mark Galvez. Coach, you're muted.
Two-year starter, great kid. So this kid's the heart and soul. This is a great story. Mark has been hurt. He got hurt his junior year. He got hurt his senior year. He had some very serious injuries. He came back. He bounced back his senior year, and don't you know, he got hurt again. But when I tell you, the heart of a lion, great character, as solid as they come, and he was a big contributor with us this year. Even though we only played a game, he was having a great game. But just a solid kid, and the guys all rallied behind him. And the fact that he just held it together after the injury his junior year and came out and played, to me, it showed a lot of heart and a lot of character. So, my congratulations. I wish this could have been different, but congratulations.
Our next award is the Jim Delgazo Football Award. Mr. Delgazo is a 1965 graduate of Revere High School. He was an outstanding quarterback. He went on and played professional football for the Miami Dolphins. Tonight's award is presented by head football coach Lou Ciccatelli, and the recipient of tonight's award is Calvin Boudreau.
All right, Calvin Boudreau, one of my captains, another leader on the field and in the classroom for sure. Calvin was a 3-year starter. This year he was an all-scholastic football player for the Boston Herald. He was a Boston Herald, Boston Globe, Lynn Item Player of the Week. He was one of the reasons, and one of the biggest reasons, why we had a 10-1 season with his leadership and his skills. He led us to a 3-1 season this year. As far as stats, he had over 1,500 yards in the last 2 years. He had 10 touchdown passes in the last 2 years. This year, 10 touchdown passes. And I know he's a captain of baseball also. So great athlete, great kid. And he did a lot for Revere football. He'll be greatly missed. Calvin, congratulations.
Thank you, Coach. Our next award is the Ken Hill Swimming Award. This award goes to a senior swimmer who has shown hard work and dedication to the team. The recipient of tonight's award is David Del Rio, and it'll be presented by Coach Chris Hill.
Thank you. David has been a 4-year swimmer for the team, 2 years as captain. But I first saw David swim when he was in 5th or 6th grade and on the same team as my son. And I remember seeing him and thinking I would love to coach him someday. And as luck would have it, my first year as Revere High's coach was David's freshman year. And he has been so much more fun to coach than I could have ever expected. He is such a hard worker. He's led the fastest lane virtually from day one. He outperformed and outscored just about everybody in our league. As a junior, he came in 6th place in the 100 back at states. David is a fantastic young man, and we are going to miss him greatly. And it's a real honor for me to give him an award named after my dad. So congratulations, David, and thank you for everything.
Our next award is our Outstanding Girls Tennis Award. This award is presented by Coach Carla Maniscalco. The recipient of tonight's award is Nada Abu Hadiba.
It It was a pleasure to coach Nada for the past 4 years. She was an excellent example for players both on and off the courts. So it's really my pleasure to give her the Outstanding Tennis Player Award for this year. Thank you.
The next award is the Revere High School Outstanding Female Volleyball Award. Unfortunately, Coach Mimo is not here, but the recipient of tonight's award is Lindsay Anderson. Congratulations, Lindsay. The next award is the Bernard Sockett Memorial Award. Mr. Sockett worked in the athletic offices at Revere High School for many years as an equipment manager. He was an avid football and basketball player. This award is given to an athlete who played both football and basketball and who displays the qualities of dedication and team play. This award is going to be presented by head boys basketball coach Dave Leary, who again cannot be here. The recipient of today's award is Dylan Day. If I could ask Coach Ciccatelli maybe to say a few words for Dylan.
Absolutely. Dylan Day, 2-year starter. Not just a good football player. He played both sides of the ball. Was great at tight end this year. He had 5 touchdowns. But just an all-around great kid. Leader in the classroom, leader on the field. And he was one of those kids that brings a lot of energy, and you need these guys during practice. He makes practice fun, and the kids rally behind him. So, Dylan, great job this year. Congratulations.
Thank you, Coach. And I'm going to ask you to stay on as we present the Enrico Caruso Athletic Award. Mr. Caruso was a former administrator in Revere Public Schools. He spent many years as an assistant coach in football and baseball. The recipient of this award worked academically to the utmost of their ability and shown great leadership. The recipient of this award tonight is Ryan Doucette.
Yeah, Ryan Doucette, another captain of mine, great leadership skills. He was one of the captains that basically was like a coach. He helped us out a lot in different areas during the season. He played both sides of the football for me. Just an all-around solid football player and great kid. And going to be sorely missed. And can't say enough about his leadership skills. He really did help me a lot and the other coaches this year with the football team. And Ryan, congratulations.
Our next award is the Michael Della Russo Athletic Award. Mr. Della Russo was a big backer of Revere High School sports and youth programs in the city of Revere. The recipient of this award is an athlete with an unselfish attitude and who has strong family values. Tonight's award will be presented by Coach Joe Ciccarello. The recipient of tonight's award is Nina Casanello.
Hi, thanks. It gives me great pleasure to give this award to Nina. I've known her a long time, but somebody who's taught and coached many of these seniors. I just want to say every single one of these kids live up to every single thing that these coaches are saying. What a great senior class. There's no hyperbole here. They're just a really great bunch of kids. And Nina is the epitome of that. Just the heart and soul of this senior class. Just does anything the class and the teams need. Loves the community of Revere, works in the community, will do anything for anybody in the community. Their family would do the same, and they got 2 more coming up. Just a great kid and just a great teammate, and so proud of her of what she has accomplished this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Our next award is the Hugo Evangelista Athletic Award. Mr. Evangelista was the Director of Mathematics at Revere High School for many, many years. The recipient of this award goes to a student who's proficient in math. Tonight's award will be presented by Coach Joe Ciccarello. The recipient of tonight's award is Juliana Raffa.
Juliana Raffa, she's just one of these kids that endears herself to you right from the start. Just such a hard worker, cares so greatly. You know, one of these backbones of the team, just like Nina. You know, again, no hyperbole here. It's just a great, great kid. I'm just so proud of where she's come from when she first came to me. She's going on to do great things at Wentworth. Such a hard worker, all-star in softball, all-star in field hockey. I'm sure Coach Scott would sing the same praise. Just a backbone of the team, how competitive she is, how much she cares, and then such a nice kid outside the sports arena. We're going to miss her. We're going to miss her smile around the campus and, her work ethic as well. So congratulations, Juliana.
Our next award is the Augustine C. Whalen Athletic Award. Mr. Whalen was an administrator. He was a principal in the Revere Public Schools. The recipient of this award goes to an athlete who possesses pride, fair play, and sportsmanship. Tonight's award will be presented by Coach Megan O'Donnell. The recipient of tonight's award is Camilla Perez.
Camilla is such a hardworking athlete on and off the field. And if everybody that knows her at the high school, she does what she's asked. She does it greatly. And Camilla performs on the field, true leader for any coach, and she's going to be missed next year. And congratulations, Camilla.
The next award is the Irma Wertheim Athletic Award. Miss Wertheim was a former coach and phys ed teacher in the Revere Public School system. The female recipient of this award was a credit to her sport, her school, and her community. Tonight's award will also be presented by Coach Megan O'Donnell. The recipient of the award is Minna Sheik.
I don't think I could have enough time to talk about Minna. Minna is an athlete who came to me freshman year, who wasn't as talented in lacrosse, but worked so hard and then came up for the soccer team, never playing before. And Minna is that true student athlete who gives everything she has to the school, to her city, to her family, to the teachers, and she will be greatly missed. She's a hardworking kid who just smiles all the time and says, just coach, and I couldn't have asked for a better teammate for my program or any program at the high school that she had a hand in, and Minna will be greatly missed. Thanks, Minna. Congratulations.
Thank you, Coach. Our next award is the Dr. Albert Fucino Baseball Award. Dr. Fucino was the principal of Revere High School in the 1960s. He was a huge baseball fan. This award will be given to a baseball player who is academically sound and has given much for his community. Tonight's award will be presented by head baseball coach Michael Manning. The recipient of tonight's award is Richie DiMazo.
Thank you, Frank. Richie's been a 4-year player in the program, a 2-year captain for me, one of the most loyal and selfless kids that I've coached. Not an in-the-face kind of captain, but a lead by example guy. He willingly changed his position for us for the better of the team, and is a big reason in changing the culture for us in a good way. So we'll miss him definitely. Thank you, Richie.
Sticking with baseball, we move now to the Al Blasi Baseball Coaches Award. Mr. Blasi was a beloved history teacher at Revere High School. He was the longest tenured coach at Revere High School, coaching for over 40 years. The baseball player that receives this award not only has to be an outstanding player, but an outstanding student. Tonight's award will be presented again by Coach Mike Manning. The recipient of tonight's award is Casey Cummings.
Thank you, Frank. So Casey was a 4-year starter for the varsity, one of the most resilient kids I've had. Also a 2-year captain like Richie. Probably one of the most polite kids I've ever had the pleasure of coaching. He's most known probably among the team for apologizing for everything he never had to apologize for, apologizing to the other team. He's also another guy that changed his position for us this year for the better of the team, never complained once. He unfortunately experienced the loss of his dad this offseason, and again, just displayed tremendous resiliency this year in leading the team as a captain and earning a GBL All-Star selection. So again, we'll miss Casey. It's been a pleasure, and we'll miss Casey as well. Congrats.
Our next award is the Outstanding Boys Lacrosse Award. In the absence of Coach McDaniel, I will present tonight's award to Jared Natola. In the words of Jared's coach, Jared is a very strong leader and a tremendous lacrosse player. He was instrumental to the success of our program. Congratulations, Jared. Our next award is the Revere High School Outstanding Male Volleyball Award. Obviously, as you know, this is a new award. This was their first year. They had an outstanding season going 11-3, and a big part of that success was due to the recipient of tonight's award, and that is Luis Palacio Alvarez. And again, in the absence of Coach Mimo, having watched several of their games this year, Luis was the stronghold for this team. He was a leader as well as one of their best players and contributed greatly to their success. So congratulations. Our next award is the Revere High School Outstanding Field Hockey Award. The recipient of tonight's award, again in the absence of Coach Scotta, the recipient of the award tonight is Gianna Uminski. And again, Gianna was one of those players for Coach Scotta, who was the anchor of their program and had tremendous contributions to their success in leading them to another successful season. So congratulations to Gianna. Our final four awards are our big awards that we give out every year, both recognizing academic excellence and athletic performance. Our first set of awards will be the Revere High School Male and Female Academic Award for Excellence. This academic award for excellence goes to a male and female athlete who are standout athletes, but also excel in the classroom. Tonight's male recipient was a football captain who was a 3-year varsity starter at the linebacker position, amassing over 102 tackles over the past 2 seasons. He finished his senior year with a 4.33 grade point average, ranking him 6th in his graduating class. He was also recently selected as a Greater Boston League Scholar Athlete. In the words of his coach, John is a tremendous leader both on the playing field and in the classroom. He was an absolute pleasure to coach. In the fall, he will attend Boston University on a full scholarship. Tonight's male award winner for academic excellence is John Tran. Congratulations, John. Tonight's female recipient was a 2-sport all-star in both field hockey and softball. She excelled in the prominent positions of goalie and pitcher. She played an integral part in her field hockey team's success and in her softball team winning the GBL Cup and qualifying for this year's state tournament. In the classroom, she ranked 3rd in her class with a grade point average of 4.46. In the words of her softball coach, she is extremely hardworking and diligent athlete who is committed to getting better every single day. She will attend Union College in the fall. Tonight's female award winner for academic excellence is Adriana Fusco. Our final 2 awards are the Silvio Cella Female and Male Athlete of the Year Awards. These awards traditionally go to our best multi-sport male and females. Mr. Silvio Cella was the athletic director and varsity football coach at Revere High School for 49 years, retiring in 1999. It was always very important to Mr. Cella that the RHS athletes were both outstanding on the field and in the classroom. These awards are presented to a standout male-female athlete who have shown exemplary athleticism as well as being model student athletes. Tonight's female award winner was a 3-sport athlete at Revere High School. She participated in volleyball, basketball, and softball. In volleyball, she is a two-time All-Star and a captain in both her junior and senior years. In basketball, she was a starting captain in her senior year, and in softball, she is a captain who contributed to her team's GBL Cup championship in a state tournament berth. In the words of one of her coaches, Lindsay is such a hard-working, great student athlete who cares deeply for her team and teammates. She does whatever is needed to make the team better. She will attend the University of Rhode Island in the fall. Tonight's recipient of the Silvio Cella Female Athlete of the Year Award is Lindsay Anderson. Tonight's male recipient was a three-sport standout in football, basketball, and baseball. In football, he was a three-year starter and captain. He was a two-time All-Star. He was a Boston Herald and Boston Globe Player of the Week. He was also a Boston Herald All-Scholastic. On the basketball court, he was a captain and three-year varsity player. He was a GBL All-Star and an Aganis Game selection. In baseball, he's a two-year captain, a GBL All-Star, who will go on to attend Curry College in the fall, where he will continue his football career. Tonight's recipient of the Silvio Cella Male Athlete of the Year Award is Calvin Boudreau. That concludes our award ceremony for tonight. Before we leave, I would like to let the student athletes know that they can pick up their awards beginning next week between the hours of 7 and 1 at the athletic office, either from myself or the athletic secretary, Ms. Rosemarie DeStefano. Once again, I'd like to congratulate all of our award winners and wish them the best of luck as they move forward into the next chapters of their lives. I'd like to thank all of our coaches, game workers, and everyone who was involved in helping us get through this very difficult sports season. Let's hope we see everybody back in person for next year's awards. Thank you again, and good night.